Hi, everybody. Now that Halloween and spooky season have come to a close, it's kind of time to talk a little bit about the future of this channel again. Shocker. As many of you've known, I've been covering a lot of things like Twitter stories, for example. It's kind of what brought a lot of people to my channel. Which, first of all, thank you all so much for that. I mean, it's really kind of taken me to bizarre heights. If I'm honest with you, places I never thought I'd go, and it's given me some very interesting opportunities. And yeah, it's been quite something. I've always enjoyed horror based things and things of intrigue and mystery and whatnot. So it's kind of really been exciting to be able to kind of devote a good level of my time throughout this entire year, really, to those things. But yet again, we have to kind of change tracks a little bit. So basically, the plan going forward right now is that I'm going to do a video a week. Hopefully, that's kind of the plan. It's not 100% cemented in stone because, yet again, YouTube's kind of paying my bills. It's not quite covering all the bases. It's not quite allowing me to really expand as a business or anything like that, which is fine. You know, these are obviously things that happen, which is not a problem. And yeah, I suppose I could have done more marketing. I could have done more things to really emphasize making money, like going hardcore on sponsorships. I could have gone hardcore making behind the scenes videos or exclusive things behind a paywall, but those weren't really things that I wanted to do. They weren't really things that I felt were fair nor super enjoyable. I've always been of the notion that I want to be able to give you everything without there really being a paywall. At least not like a normal, not like a gated thing where it's like there's content behind the paywall that you'd probably want to see. I think it's understandable if it's like maybe behind the scenes, or maybe if it's like adult only kind of content, which too weird to be true might be covering things that are like a little too insensitive, or maybe like a little taboo that might have to then go behind the paywall. But I think that's understandable for that specific niche. It's understandable. But when it comes to like the regular stuff that I like to do, I don't really want to lock it behind a gate and expect you to pay. I've got a time gate on some of it where I'm like, oh, okay, well, members and people who are paying will get early access, but everybody will inevitably get access because that's just kind of how I see things. I feel like there would be more things I could offer perhaps in the future, but I'm not quite that savvy. I haven't quite hit those kind of peaks and amazing moments to truly be able to capitalize on smart choices. Nor do I really have a team. It's a lot of volunteer stuff, by myself included. It's not like I can really do super glamorous things with money and have a baller of a time like you'd see people do on Instagram and shit like that. Not that I'd really advertise all that stuff anyway. It's just not. It's just not me. It's just not me. But anyway, I'm sidetracked. Let's get back on track. So, yeah. So going forward, the plan is a video a week. I can't guarantee that'll work every single time. It depends on what's kind of going on, because obviously I've got to kind of work. I got to kind of make money and put my focus in other areas to see what I can do with life. I love YouTube. I love being able to stream on Twitch and things like that. But you got to do what you got to do, right? And so I'm still going to attempt to do like live investigations. I think that's pretty fun. Nate Investigates as a series or as just a staple or something, I think is fun, whether I get to go to every location or not. Like, for example, the one I'm currently working on right now, the Arecibo message, which I think is quite good. That'll probably be classed as a Nate Investigates, because yet again, it's not really a story. It's more of like a thing that happened, and I'm just helping share the information that I found, which is exciting. I think it's quite fun. But I didn't need to go to a location to do that. Which is a shame, because, would have been cool, but at the same time, the two places, they don't have that stuff anymore. So it's not like you can go and see the things so much. There might be a museum. I'm not entirely sure. Not really much of a museum-worthy thing, though. But it's still an event that is interesting to cover. It's one of those things where, like, oh, that's interesting to know that did happen at one point. It's just cool, right? So yeah, that'll be the plan. Things like that. Too weird to be true. The plan with that is, at least in my mind, is every 2 weeks a new episode will come out. There might be little shorts and stuff here and there. It just depends what I can kind of get around to and being able to do. Sorry, I'm I'm a little under the weather, if I'm completely honest with you. I'm doing my best to deal with that as well, which obviously gives me low energy and makes me feel like shit. Is what it is, right? On the gaming side, because that's much easier to do, and I enjoy gaming anyway. It's just a staple I've been able to really enjoy. There might be videos that occasionally come out. I might be able to occasionally stream. That's basically the most I can promise when it comes to that. By this point, the Pixelated Partners, the new channel that Jenny and I have kind of worked on together, its first video will have come out, I think, on Halloween. Late Homework, pretty cool little horror game. We're not going to do just horror stuff on that channel. It's just it was appropriate for Halloween, so that's what we did. We'll probably end up doing some more like just partner based things together, you know. So that'll be on that channel. Yeah. Merch, obviously, merch is available. It's still ongoing until November 10th. There's a 20% off code you can use for merch. It's going to be Spooky, all caps, SPOOKY, for 20% off at the merch store, which there should be a link probably in my Linktree thing down below. Ta-da. Most of my social things will be through that one link. It just takes up less space in the description, you know. I thought it was quite smart. So yeah, we'll kind of see what happens. Now, obviously, don't panic. This doesn't mean that I'm never gonna do. I mean, for all we know, I might end up doing more than one video a week. It all depends on what I'm able to cover, what I'm able to do, what I'm able to produce. Blah 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 blah. Especially if I could do live streaming as well. I still want to do live investigations of things as well. I think that'd be fun. So don't panic. Obviously, the Twitter stuff, that's still happening. That's obviously one of the things that brought a lot of fame to my channel. Of course, I'm gonna keep doing that. But, and this is important, because I know 90% of you will assume that I'm the one creating these. I make the video and the narrations covering these stories. I don't make the stories. I just do the video covering the stories, okay? So I can only cover them when they exist. If they are not out, I can't make a video on it. I'm sorry. It's just the way things are. So, when it comes to Weirdbird, Sun Banished, David, a lot of the ones I've already covered, I'm well aware of how they are. I keep track of that. But if there's any that I haven't covered, let me know of that, because I can cover that. But if I have covered it, I'm keeping an eye on it. Don't worry. And when new stuff happens, you'll know, because I'll tell you. Yeah, besides Twitter, maybe we'll still do some Reddit stuff here and there, but like I said, we're kind of trying to pivot a little bit away from that, because I've done that for like an entire year, and it's been a lot of fun, but I'm getting a little burnt out on stories. So I'm trying to do stuff that I think is a little more interesting, that doesn't burn me out so much. But hey, if there's demand for certain things, I'll do what I can. So yet again, a lot of what gets posted on the channel will be demand based, and obviously interest based, and also my interest. But yeah, so if there's certain things you want to see, just vocalize, speak up, let me know, put in comments, put it in the Discord, whatever it takes. Send me a smoke signal if you have to. I can't translate that, but you know, at least I'll see it, and then I'll be like, why did you set fire in the forest? That's a terrible idea. You know, I'm gonna burn the whole place down and shit. There are many ways to go about it, so please let me know. Anyway, I'm gonna go and continue nursing this cold. It's kind of a sore throaty congestion kind of thing. It's usually one of the most common things I get. It's a real pain in the ass, but it does happen every once in a while. So, yeah, I'm going to go take care of myself and continue working on the Arecibo message. We will see you all for whatever's next. Bye, guys.